Good morning, everyone. We call to order the May 20th meeting of the Madison County Board of Commissioners. Response, if everyone would please introduce themselves.
Tony Saligas, Brendan Shea,
Rob Sonic, David Fell.
Nick Atkins, prosecutor.
Kevin Weaver with the engineer's office.
Rhonda Maynard, assistant clerk.
Good. Everybody should have received a copy of last week's meeting minutes.
motion to approve. Second.
A first and a second to approve the meeting minutes. Is there any other discussion? None heard. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikis,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes. Very well. Nick, looks like your first one.
Okay, morning.
Morning.
I've got two items that are related to 100%. I do want to say that I asked if they be sent over to it didn't happen on Friday. I think it went over yesterday, but I won't be here next week. There's not a need for you to vote on my request today, but I can't be here to present. So I wanted to do it today and perhaps it could be formalized for next meeting. But what I'm dealing with is my law enforcement, the drug law enforcement fund, which is an inside account, but it's not general funds. It is funded through forfeitures and drug fines. I have my current budget for the account is 50,000. And so first I'm asking for an increase in the budget of 100,000. So from 50 to 150. And then second, I would ask for the approval of a PO for 100,000. The account is typically used for three purposes: for law enforcement training, law enforcement equipment, and then I have, pursuant to our policy, also used it for public school safety and security. And I know that I've presented it a number of times. Over the last couple years, I've discussed some safety and security issues with the Madison Plains local school district, and we've held off because they wanted to see what their levy situation would look like and whether they would be moving forward with new buildings or not. So given the state of their levy, they want to move forward with some of these security measures. And we're looking at about 100,000 in upgrades across the entire campus. So we're in the process of just kind of getting quotes. We have a group that have met and discussed the school safety assessment that was performed and looking at certain issues. I don't want to get into the details in a public meeting, but the two requests again are just to amend that budget for the drug law enforcement trust fund, and then approve the 100,000 PO. Obviously, then when the time comes, I'll present the vouchers as well. So just to begin.
Very good.
Any questions?
I don't have any.
So like I said, I can't be there next week, so I assume Amy can have the paperwork ready then.
I think she hasn't. Really.
Does she have it? Well, that's up to you guys if you want to move forward or next meeting. There's not it's not time sensitive.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the plan would be to move forward on those upgrades over the summer.
Got it. Sounds
They
good.
need it. They desperately need
Yeah,
some of those measures.
Good. Anything else, sir?
That's everything.
All right, let's repeat it.
Just a quick updates. I've been working a lot with Ohio on a few different projects. One thing that going to the meetings every other Tuesday now, I want to just provide a quick update. One, they are going to be utilizing the CIC. Looks like barring, unless I hear something different today, to sell the property on Spring Valley. That allows them to go directly to a end user rather than go through the public bid process and sell property. So that looks like that might move forward today. The CIC next week would pass a resolution to work directly with Ohio for that. Second, updated timeline. It appears, again, barring anything crazy happening, it sounds like The EPA will be prepared to, most likely approve the 208 for Mid-Ohio by July 31st. This will allow dirt to start moving on the property at 4270 around September of this year. And they feel a reasonable time frame for it to be fully built out would be to June 2028. They're working with Pearson Construction, who has done many of these facilities across the country, across the state. So they apparently move very quickly. So again, that's like June 2028 would be the furthest from, could come earlier, but that's the date that they feel like it's likely gonna be done. So, number of projects tied to that, a lot of people waiting. And whether it be down 29 or, I met with somebody yesterday, the Devondale property, which is across the street from EB and further north behind Mike's Trucking, they want to develop. They're looking at roadside commercial with some potentially multifamily or other commercial back there. Townships in favor of that. They're waiting on more sewer, up 42, not necessarily in McCain Township, but up in Village of Plant City, obviously, and that moving down 42, they're looking for sewer for those projects as well as moving up 42 from 42 and 29.
But they don't want a lift station on their property.
Correct, they're working that out, so. Yeah, but, so, that's the update from Mid-Ohio, again. Number of projects tied to all that.
There is a public hearing scheduled for 208 plan, so I can speak on behalf of the county, or somebody else can speak on behalf of the county, or we can basically say nothing, so.
That happened last week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Never mind, then. Thanks.
I was there.
I thought it was this week.
It was fine.
All very good.
Do we know if was there many people that showed up for the meeting?
There were not
No, I think Tom said about 20,
Oh,
maybe 10 to 20.
at most.
Yeah,
I expected there to be very few people. Very good, thank you, sir. Anything from the engineer's office?
Just to mention, just in chatting that the culvert on Big Pine Circle Road, just short of Deer Creek as you're headed out of town is closed right now. They're blocking that off. That structure itself will be delivered next Wednesday. So that's time critical. That's a hard deadline. So we'll have that installed, should be by the end of next week, be close to being reopened if not. So that'll be a big deal. We'll move quickly on that.
Very good, thank you, sir. Mr. Lane?
Yes. My list is pretty short due to just getting back from vacation. I did want to bring you up to speed on the old Board of Elections and the ESC. They did view the property a couple weeks ago. I met with them a couple different times. They really, really like the property. However, it is more expensive. The rent is more expensive per square foot than what they're paying right now. So they were wondering if we have any flexibility in that price. So that was $10 a square foot.
What are they paying?
I didn't ask, they didn't say, they just said it was where they're at is cheaper than this facility. They did mention, if the first couple of years could be reduced and then increased later when they brought in more programs where they were generating some more revenue. So, we could put an escalator in the lease to eventually get to that $10 a square foot. But again, the first 2 years they'd like to have a little bit cheaper rent, so.
But can you find out what they actually want of it?
What's that?
I mean, they didn't even counter or anything?
I mean, they're basically just saying, hey, we love it, but it's just a little more than what we have in the coffers to pay. and where they're at is cheaper. So that their facility that they have here in London is an old building next to City Hall, I believe. I'm sure it seems like it's pretty inadequate for what they need, for what they do. So I can see where that rent would be, significantly cheaper than this building, so. Again, they were asking if we could do something for at least 2 years where they could, bring in some additional services later down the road and some additional revenue, so. I don't know if you need to necessarily make a decision today, but just kind of bringing you up to speed and.
Yeah, I would ask them to put that proposal in writing.
So,
They wanna offer, hey, here's the rent we'd like to pay for the first 2 months, and then an escalator after year 2.
yeah,
And then after year 2, they want an escalator, I would ask them to put that in writing.
yeah. So we were basically using the, Bridges and Community Action lease as a template, subsidizing, $5 a square foot. So actually it would be $15 a square foot, subsidizing $5 based on the service that they provide to the community. Sure. So, yeah, I can do something with that and see if that's palatable to them, and if it is, then bring it back to you guys and see what you think. But, part of their reasoning is, being able to, maybe use the playground, the DD and some of those, amenities that are there, and have some classrooms in there and that sort of thing. So the two, work well together, the two properties, so.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Other than that, that's really all I have for you guys.
Very good.
Make it easy on me.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Brian? Good morning, sir.
Morning, Dylan. How are you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
Good.
Good, good.
One day I'm hot in a short sleeve and next day I've got my flannel on and my down. Just a couple updates for your board and business today. Thing one, I-70 traffic in Franklin County. As we know, DOT's rebuilding it from the county line to Hilliard. That changeover happened yesterday. Talked to the sheriff this morning. Apparently, eastbound traffic is backed up to 42. So we're expecting some backups, but that seems excessive. So I don't know if they have something going on with the crossover or whatnot, but we'll reach out to them and see what's happening there. But, more pain to come before it gets better on that section of freeway. So that's thing one. Thing two, we talked about, bridge on Big Point Circle Road last week. We did, you didn't have no idea. Oh, I just did the culvert? No. Okay. We did formally, return the federal dollars to Fort Row. As we discussed, we are proceeding with the bridge, the policy run by Fortune County. And we're working on getting pre-stress box beams lined up, and once we have those set, we'll have that bridge scheduled, but that will be a this year project. Now that we have those two bridges that need replaced situated, we can move forward with a plan for the actual pavement, and we'll be getting that out to bid here in the next month or so. Still have two smaller box culverts to replace as well. All the small culverts have been done. Those were done last season. So we got two bridges and two box culverts that get replaced this year. The first box culvert we're closing tomorrow. That'll be a 2 to 3 week closure. Got some negative feedback from the school district on busing and whatnot, but we've got a pretty hard date we have to meet with our delivery. From our fabricator. If we don't hit that, we're going to be back in months. So, always a little detour pain with these closures, but so anyway, things are moving forward on that project. It's a big one, but we got to get back forward. Wrapped up working at the fairgrounds in the infield, that'll be done here. Well, they're getting ready for chip seal, got a lot of spot pavement repairs, the bridge crew is doing. Finally, we'll start chip seal and getting it happening that wrapped up by school, when school starts in August. Did you want to do that? Yeah, one, okay, yeah, White School, so we do have another federally bridge out to bid right now. It's a rehabilitation on Cleveland Road over Deer Creek. Just to the north, Big Point Circle Road. South bid, that'll be a next year project likely. Bids on June 3rd. We're going to try to recommend an award the same day so that we can hit this fiscal year. We've done it before. We will give your board prepped as much as we possibly can so you're not feeling like you're making a last minute call. There's some boxes we can check ahead of time, and then after we receive bids, within 10, 15 minutes, we can do the rest of our diligence if that's going. So we'll have everything in your hands prior to, so you can actually hear. So that'd be June 3rd,
Correct. And that was not partially, it was driven by the central office changed the date where they closed their fiscal year to June 6th, which is advanced, I think, a week or so from where it had been typically. So we had originally anticipated being able to award that the next week.
Got it.
So yeah, just trying to keep it in the right fiscal year.
Yep.
And then lastly, just want to touch on where we're at with fiber optic private broadband installations, and had a conversation with Nick Friday afternoon, but just want to throw it out there for the record. We are working on a form specific to broadband installations for intake to our office for permits. Until that time, until we get that done, we will receive them on our standard utility permit form. From all, whether it's an actual public utility or a private broadband, we'll receive it on that form, and we will review those permittees just like any other utility permit request. I just wanted to let your board know, what our process and procedures is now on that. Because we anticipate continuing to receive more and more broadband requests. So just be there.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Anybody going to the Power of the Purse?
There was no.
We did, do you know what it is?
Sure, whatever's.
Until,
Yeah.
So, 3 million.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could.
because, yeah, it's, DJFS has a table with available seats. We actually, the Legion actually donated to the cause and has, we got a 8-seat table, so I'd be at that table. Plus, I think it's when the sheriff and I are supposed to be at Hatfield McCoy's trail riding, so.
Okay, that's right.
That's right.
I've already.
When I find that, Brendan, I'll shoot it over. to you.
Okay, I think I saw an email from
Actually,
D-Track.
Nick, I don't see your thing in here.
up there, too much annual, we'll start seeing. Just in one day. Sweep up the next day.
Yes, I'm waiting. Sure. You all over there. We'll do it.
Ready to go?
Or American Bacon.
Good.
Must have been something though, because it's down to 51 minutes to my house and it was an hour.
You wanna do the numbers, resolution 129.
Yeah, just a quick heading, yeah.
And then once
Yeah, we won't have some local impacts. Yes.
Resolution approving the payment of the invoices to the Madison County Auditor.
Second.
The first and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zalika.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution transferring the funds to reimburse the janitorial salary expense. This is, money that the engineers and the Madison Public Health pay us for janitor services. We take in their checks, put them in the reimbursement, refund it back to, supervisors, janitor expenses, salary.
So moved.
Second.
Move first and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Lizanikas,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving the purchase of a small space floor scrubber from Hilliard, and this is from, Dan Rapp.
So moved.
Second.
Move first and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikas,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution increasing appropriations to the sheriff's other expense line due to a vendor reimbursement refund.
So moved.
Second.
Move first and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikas,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving travel requests for the Madison County Emergency Management Agency.
So moved.
Sorry, is there a form submitted with that? Travel request form?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see that.
It isn't, she's got a sticker for everybody to sign.
There's a
Do we,
motion second. Yeah.
was there a first and second?
Yeah.
All right,
First, the second.
very good. We have a first and a second. Any other discussion? None heard. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikas.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
This one is Julia's for Madison County Soil and Water. You might want to wait for her.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
It's
easement.
standard.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, so before you, vote on it, if you'd like to, add the county administrator to sign, or if the commissioner wants to sign, it's up to you guys.
So that closing.
That closing,
Yeah. Fine with that.
That's what we normally do.
yeah, just add that language in. So we can provide that to to Flax.
Okay,
So I'll move to insert language allowing the county administrator to sign at closing. We need a motion.
No.
Okay.
Made a motion to approve the.
Yeah, she's gonna read that resolution. Go ahead.
okay. A resolution approving the 2024 local agricultural easement purchase program cooperative agreement between the Madison County Commissioners and the Ohio Department of Agriculture.
And authorizing the county administrator to
authorize.
sign all closing documents.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any other discussion?
Mr.
None heard. Roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikis,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Resolution approving a lease agreement between Madison County Department of Jobs and Family Service and Quadrant Leasing USA Inc. for postage meter equipment.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any other discussion? None heard. Roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikis,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving Amendment 8 to the contract for the 2023-2025 purchase of services between the Madison County Department of Job and Family Services and the Buckeye Ranch.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any other discussion? None heard. Roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Zanikis,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
That looks like that concludes our business.
Very good. Thank you.
I haven't gone, but just something we'll need to go back and check. According to my team's meeting, it's been recording for an hour and 7 minutes. So that would put us back at 8 o'clock. So we probably want to omit some of that before the meeting,
Okay.
if that is the
Well-
case.
It was counting when
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We can cut that.
Amy can fix
I
it.
can go in and edit that out. To the beginning of the meeting.
Yes. You go in and edit.
Brandon pulled us up that.
This is just a bunch of chitter chatter, so.
Oh, yes. Some of those have back pages for everyone's signature too.
Did anybody get a chance to read Jack Van Clay's?
I did.
If you can have a chance.
I don't think I was included on that.
Go ahead and forward that here. It has a.
I mean. This does not look promising. But I haven't been able to digest it.
It's never promising. It's never going to happen.
Senate seat, isn't it?
I would be.
You can just review that in the next 5 minutes, digest it, have a legal opinion, please. Thank you.
I'm used to that kind of.
Have, opinion.
So when he says leverage is higher now, is he referring to a settlement? Would be. These are dues. Does it from 30 to 34 from the settlement? It's something.
Just wanted to make sure.
And we certainly have time. 20 minutes. Which was.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds great. You'd say can do elimination.
G3. Move to go into executive session. Uh,
Said to discuss pending.
yeah, to discuss pending legal action.
Second,
Well, first and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Zamikis,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.